So in this week's video, we finished up deconstruction of the bus. What did you think?
I think that was a lot more work than we thought it would be. It
Uh,
was hard work.
I would agree. You don't realize how well built a bus is till you try to tear one apart, honestly.
Right. We appreciate that it was well built.
Yeah, and so we know when we're done, we'll have something solid to build on, which is really good. Was there any part that you thought was the worst or the best, or?
The best, honestly, was seeing it done.
Okay.
Yeah, it was difficult because our bus is leaning right now.
That's true. It's parked on a little bit of an angle, and you can see that when we're trying to walk around. We're almost falling over sometimes.
Yes, and that was an issue for me especially. You're a little more sure-footed.
There were times I was tired and I almost fell a couple of times.
What did you like or dislike?
Oh, I disliked pulling up that rubber floor.
Yeah,
That was the worst.
and it's heavy.
It's heavy and it is glued on like you would not believe. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this week's video, and we'll come back to you right after. So this stage of deconstruction started with removing all the screw heads that were holding in the trim along the sides, and the screw heads that were holding the trim along the center walkway.
Really? Does that hurt when that jerks like that?
No, as long as the blade doesn't go,
Okay.
it's okay.
That's some major sparkage going. They're even going down. I'm assuming the grass is wet enough not to worry about.
Yes. That's just about the end of that blade. Once all the trim had been removed, the next step was to start removing the rubber middle walkway and then the rubber barrier that was under the seats protecting the plywood base. The rubber floor was a major B, and they definitely used some industrial strength adhesive to hold that crap down. There were times that when we were prying the rubber off the floor, it was ripping part of the plywood up with it. The final step of deconstruction was to rip up the plywood base with the help of a very large crowbar. This was actually a pretty simple process. In fact, of all the stages of deconstruction, this was probably the easiest. So the deconstruction is officially done. We've got some rust and some cleanup. We do have 2 holes by the wheel wells on each side, but that's easy enough to fix with some sheetrock. I thought there would be holes back here in the corners, but those look pretty good. I'll be able to clean those up, and this will all be primed and painted. So we have a lot of bolt holes to take out, and a lot of screws that we'd cut the heads off of. They have to come out, but deconstruction is officially done. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Just so you know, that 10 minutes or so represented what?
2 days.
2 days over 7-8 hours at least, yeah. So it really is an intense process.
It was a good workout.
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure you got a little bit of a glimpse of each of the steps. So, so I hope you got something out of the video. Next week we'll be looking at prepping the bus floor. In fact, we're almost done with that. We'll probably finish that up tomorrow, and then we'll be putting that video together.
Looking forward to that.
Me too. It'll be a nice place to be when, yeah.
We start improving it rather than pulling it apart.
Yeah. So if you got something out of the video, please like and share the video with anyone you think might be interested. Yeah, give it that thumbs up.
That's right.
Make sure you click the bell below to subscribe so you get notifications, so you know when new videos come out. And we will see you next week. Remember to travel, explore, and live life to its fullest.
Absolutely.